Welcome to the Quick Galloper YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, share and hit the notification bell. The sixth staging of the Ian Levy Cup is scheduled to be contested on Easter Monday, April 6th, 2026. The Ian Levy Cup is a Grade 1 event at a distance of 8.5 furlongs. The Quick Galloper shares with its viewers the past winners of this coveted trophy event.
Getting closer all the time and looking a threat as they leave the three. Sentient a length and a half in behind his stablemate. Supreme Soul is just off the rail. King Arthur against it and beginning to fade. Marquesas has made progress, but they're coming into the lane. Catch Mahogany if you can in the Ian Levy Cup. Jemiah Roger is over against the rail, and Nipster now begins to come with his usual late dash, and Nipster now snatches the lead from Mahogany. Can he fight back? No. Nipster begins to power on. The afterburners are on, and the Nipster now beginning to run right away from them inside the final 16th. It is Nipster and Robert Hallideen. He's left them all for dead and wins the Ian Levy Cup by 6 or more over Sentient.
Brand Spuddy Rickman on commentary. Look at Nipster go. 7 lengths the victory margin, ridden out by Hallideen to close out a taxing but successful season for trainer Gary Sobrati.
Further and beyond now beginning to launch his attack. Calculus not too far away to land a blow. Rajon the Pilot and Santorini team up ahead of Crimson, but they're into the lane, and it is Sparkle Diamond stepping just off the fence, and Further and Beyond now shoots through like a rocket and picks up the lead. It is Further and Beyond now beginning to open up. King Arthur left over against the fence, right against it. That's Crimson. Calculus now wound up for his late run, but it is Further and Beyond with a clear lead inside the final 16th. It is Further and Beyond coming away under Robert Hallideen. Further and Beyond may have sealed the championship for Anthony Nunes. They're off for the Ian Levy. Their start. El Professor took off quickly with Jordan Rains on the far side. Mahogany as expected, now tugging for his head, and Mahogany and I've Got Magic match strides with I've Got Magic now flitting through to get that lead. Mahogany kept 2 lengths back in second as they leave the 7. Jordan Rains is a further 3 lengths back, shadowed by Excessive Force racing in behind as they make their way toward the 6. Miniature Man on the tail end of Excessive Force. Calculus as the field string out, they leave the 6. A break back to Prince Marshall and El Professor trailing. The strung out field make their way toward the 5. They're there now, and I've Got Magic attempts to go all the way. Mahogany stalking 2 lengths back in second. Excessive Force is the one racing down against the rail. Jordan Rains attached to his outside. Calculus now sneaking closer. Miniature Man is 6 or 7 lengths off that lead. A gap of some 3 to Prince Marshall, and El Professor remains at the back as the tempo has increased and they lead the 7/16th. I've Got Magic tested now by the burly Mahogany. A half a length separates them. Jordan Rains creeping closer along with Excessive Force getting the rail run. Calculus is under the pump, needing to find 6 or more lengths in behind those and making ground. That's Prince Marshall, Miniature Man and El Professor at the back, but the field have turned for home in the Ian Levy. I've Got Magic has his hands full. Mahogany now coming with a run. Here is Jordan Rains out 3 wide as they charge up now toward the final furlong. It is Mahogany from Jordan Rains. I've Got Magic. Excessive Force now asked to get rolling, but Mahogany has them off their legs inside the final 16th. It is Mahogany coming away under Dane Dawkins. He'll have his second win and seal the Jockeys Championship. Jordan Rains is next, ahead of Excessive Force and I've Got Magic. For the Ian Levy. Mamma Mia gets a good start on the rail. Is that a fact? Racing on the outside, Atomica fits snugly in between horses. Sister Treasure is right up there and beginning to make gains as Mamma Mia sets the fractions. Atomica reserved in second as they flash past the 7. Sister Treasure is just about 3 lengths in behind them. Is that a fact? Left next. And at the back of the field, it's a perfect brew as they charge down the far side. Mamma Mia and Atomica matching strides. Mamma Mia narrowly. Atomica now moving up to make eye contact. A break of 5 or 6 lengths to Sister and Treasure. A further 2.5. Is that a fact? As they're stringing out behind the leaders. And Perfect Brew will have to do running late as they've left the 5 and come away now toward the final half of a mile in the Ian Levy. Atomica now slips through and opens up a gap quickly. Is that a fact? Is going in pursuit and cuts the lead to 2.5 lengths. Sister and Treasure is another 3 lengths back. Perfect Brew is next. And Mamma Mia has hauled up at the back of the field as they run toward the final 3/8 of a mile. Atomica out in front, tracked by Is That a Fact, needing to find a length and a piece as they drive past the 5:16. Sister and Treasure is 6 lengths off them, then Perfect Brew as they come into the lane. Atomica with the lead near the rail. Is That a Fact now pulling alongside them? The battle is on. The battle continues to rage. Atomica giving way. Is That a Fact on the outside? Atomica rallying on the rail. It's Atomica. And Is That a Fact in a duel in the stretch? They race past the furlong pole and now Atomica asserts and begins to open up. Is That a Fact is faltering. It's Atomica coming away. This is the 4th running of the Ian Levy Cup and Atomica obliges and will win easily in the end by 5 or 6 over Is That a Fact? Then Sister and Treasure and Perfect Brew. They're off for the Ian Levy. Commandant comes out just a bit slowly. Fun Can't Done gets a great start with Atomica and the grey Run Julie Run. These 3 abreast as they make the way now toward the 7. Commandant settled down in behind them. Barnaby races on the rail with Tis Dock for company. Power from Above races next and Further and Beyond trails the field as they run away down the back stretch and make their way toward the 6. Atomica will get them past the 6 in front. Commandant now coming through on the outside to challenge. Run Julie Run is in a handy spot on the rail. Fun Can't Done waiting on the front end to fold up. Tis Dock and Barnaby continue to keep company. A huge gap to Power from Above and Further and Beyond remains last. They run toward the half mile in the Ian Levy Cup. And Atomica the filly. She hopes to go all the way. Run Julie Run is chasing. Tis Dock now getting into a handy spot and looking dangerous. Commandant has made good progress. Fun Can't Done is only 5.5 lengths off. Forget Power from Above and Further and as they've left the 3 and come toward the 5/16th. Atomica, she's fleet of foot and continues to hold a 3 or 4 length advantage. Tis Dock now let loose and asked to close, but the brave mare Atomica holds that lead at the top of the lane. The rider has a peep in his mirrors and Atomica keeps on rolling. Fun Can't Done now looks dangerous on the outside of Tis Dock. Barnaby is over against the rail, but the local bred Atomica has them off their legs inside the final furlong. Atomica brave and hanging tough here. Is Barnaby now coming with a tremendous late burst. Atomica beginning to tire. Barnaby charging and diving and Barnaby gets there to win the Ian Levy Cup over Atomica. Fun Can't Done. Tis Dock is back in 4th.
Thank you for watching another video produced by the team from quickgallopjaya.com and its YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper. Please stay on the channel for other enlightening videos on those involved in local horse racing. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell.